But yeah, while I have Pugsley out and I rehouse him, I just wanted to bring up Brian because today we are rehousing my Halloween milk snake. I actually haven't seen the snake in quite a while. We know that he's been eating, but that's about it. So I'm pretty sure he's grown a lot. He's also one of my most special snakes. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but first let me go ahead and put this enclosure together and then we'll talk a little more. We are using this aspen. I like this kind because it holds their tunnels really well. Now, Pugsley is a really shy snake. Like I said, we have not even really seen him in like months. Like maybe we'll get a glimpse of him here and there, but he's a very antisocial snake. And he's also like a stinky little musker. He's never bit me, but we'll see. I don't know. He hasn't been handled too terribly much. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to take a nip. So we have put in like a ton of aspen. It's pretty deep. I'm gonna add a little bit more here in a minute, but first let's put some decor in. I got this really nice big piece of driftwood from the pet store. So if he wants to climb, this will be a great piece. And I also got a cork round for him to hide in as well. So let's see how we can position this to make it fit. Oh, I think that looks pretty cool. We'll do water dish here, which I'll just take the water dish out now and we'll move it right over here. Yeah, okay, let me add some more aspen first. I really actually like this little plastic plant, so we're gonna keep that in here with him. And I actually got another plant. This one I thought was really interesting. It seems to have like a magnet. This is really cool. So it has like this ledge, this magnet, and I can just wrap this around. That's actually super cool. I'm hoping all this like extra hiding space will make him actually come out more. I also have this old little piece of driftwood in there, and maybe I should just move this over as well, because the more spaces to hide, the better. I'm a little sad though, because I don't think I can make this little pumpkin hide fit. Maybe. I think it looks too cluttered.
I mean, more hides, more hides.
True. That works, right?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit more aspen up here in this corner. One of us is gonna probably get bit. So we're gonna set this aside for now. He's probably terrified right now too.
Probably just feels all the rumblings.
Is he even in here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Just let him flick around for a minute. He'll probably musk.
Tail whipping.
Yeah, I just saw the musk come out. Gross. As soon as I pick him up, he's gonna musk on me. Hi, buddy. You're good. So Pugsley is probably one of my most special snakes because I purchased him from my friend Brian Barczyk. It's the only snake I've ever unboxed. All the other snakes I've purchased like at shows or at our local pet store, or they've just come to me somehow. So this was actually the first snake that I ever like unboxed. And I ordered him when Brian was downsizing early on in his diagnosis.
This is a Halloween Pueblan milk snake right here that produced some wicked babies last year.
He was selling the female that he produced these snakes with, and I wasn't fast enough to buy her, but I did manage to get this little baby, and I actually had Brian name him. So his name is Pugsley because Brian did name him, which is surprising because I didn't actually have anything named Pugsley yet. So that was a great name choice.
He's chilling now.
Yep. So you just gotta get him to like calm down and musk a little bit, and then he usually chills, but he's just so shy. But yeah, while I have Pugsley out and I rehouse him, I just wanted to bring up Brian because obviously we've all like heard the news. He passed away, and it's just been a really sad few days. Maybe it's been about 4 days. And Brian was a friend of mine. It's funny, I actually discovered Brian kind of by chance. I remember coming across his video about like his mental health, and that was actually like one of the first videos of his that I watched, and I thought it was really cool that he was so open about it and I related to it, and I just really liked his content after that. I don't even know if I was keeping snakes yet at that point. I can't really remember. It's been quite a while, but yeah, so I thought that was really admirable for him to just be so open with his viewers. And I remember I did write to him, but at that point I was like a small micro creator. Like I had barely been on YouTube at all, and I don't think he ever responded to that. I'm sure he got like bombarded by messages all the time. It didn't take too long for him to notice me, which I was really surprised. I just noticed one day that he was following me back on Instagram, and at that point like I still was a pretty small tarantula channel, and I feel like the tarantula people get like lost a lot in the whole exotic world, you know. We're just kind of like a small niche in it. So to be like discovered and followed and supported by Brian without a word, without ever speaking to him that he knew of at least at that point. Yeah, I just thought that was like really cool of him. I don't remember too much of how we started talking, but I know the first Animal Con, he reached out and he asked me to be a part of it, which I was really excited about. And immediately I was like, yes, I'd love to do that. And, you know, I asked, can we bring the Dark Den? Can we do Ants Canada and Tarantula Collective and my friend Tarantula Cribs? And he was so excited and, you know, wanted all of them, reached out to all of them. I helped, you know, get them in contact, which he was really appreciative of. We did the first Animal Con, and I remember like when I first walked into the building that he was at, he was just working his butt off with his staff. Like he wasn't just standing there watching, like he was working for real. And as soon as he saw me, he greeted me like we had known each other forever. Like it wasn't our first time actually meeting in person. He was so happy to see us and just so friendly. And that weekend was one of the best weekends ever. Like I think that was like one of my favorite experiences thus far of being like a content creator, was going to that and connecting with people and connecting with him, and just seeing him in person was pretty surreal. Seeing a lot of people at that first Animal Con was very surreal. Ever since that, he had just been so supportive on a creator level, on a personal level. He was just really down to earth. Anytime I sent him a message, he would respond so fast. And anytime somebody needed help in the community, I'd usually be like, did you ask Brian? And Brian would go out of his way to try to solve any issues any creators had or help any creators. He was really encouraging to me to, you know, keep going, and he was just like an all-around like good person, you know. I've really just been thinking of him and his family and his closest, you know, his staff. I know that he left, you know, his channel in amazing hands. I have no doubts that all of them are gonna carry his channel. I know they're gonna, you know, keep going and make him really proud. And I'm taking inspiration from that too. And I'm using this opportunity of like grieving to kind of push myself into being better, because he would push me. And I even like made the joke, like, and it's not even a joke, I even said like the day that he passed away, I was just like grinding, I was editing, I was feeding a bunch of tarantulas that day, and I was just like, I'm not gonna stop to like be sad, because I know he wouldn't want that. He would want us to push ourselves harder and grind harder and be better, because he was just that kind of person. He wanted everyone to be successful. I did look at him like he was a leader for all of us animal content creators. He really just kind of was the unofficial leader of our entire PetTube pack, and it's devastating, and I'm really I'm affected just like everybody else has been affected. But I wanted to acknowledge him and like tribute this video to him and show you guys how Pugsley, the snake I got from him, is doing, and rehouse Pugsley into like this really sweet ass mansion. Because like I said, I'm just taking this as a motivation to push myself, push my channel, push my animal care, and just keep improving, because that's what he did. He continued to improve his care, his content, everything. He showed it all. He showed the ugly, he showed the good, and that's a really brave thing for someone to do. I don't know if you can see, it's healing, but here on my finger I had my little cobra tattoo colored in purple in his honor, because I thought this always looked like a little ribbon to me. And the pancreatic cancer awareness ribbon is purple. So I had my friend fill it in purple. Like I said, it's still healing, so it's a little dry and scaly. But yeah, I will always appreciate Brian and what he has done for me personally, but also just for all of us in this space. It's a really tragic loss, and you know, I think we're all taking it a little hard, but he wouldn't want us to stop and be sad. So I'm trying not to. So with all that said, let's go ahead and let Pugsley free. I think he's really gonna do great in this enclosure. There's so much to explore. And we've already found a little spot to hide. So there he goes. There's his little tail. What a good snake. But yeah, here is the new setup. I really, really like this. I think this is a great upgrade for sure. You know, and as he grows, obviously I'll just continue to upgrade him like I do for all my snakes. Eventually, he'll probably be in one of these custom reptile habitats. Well, not one of those, because the corn snakes have those, but one like it. I've got a heat pad here, and I have a thermostat that I'll also be attaching, of course. But yeah, so that is the new little upgrade. That's all I have for today. I know it's not tarantula content, but I wasn't originally going to film this, but you know, and because I upgraded Casper a few weeks ago to one of those, this is the temporary one I had Casper in, so I'm rehousing Pugsley into this, and then Vecna, our little Mexican black king snake, is going to get the taller 10-gallon. Right now Vecna is in one of the short 10 gallons, so it won't be too huge of an upgrade. I have a 20 long that I can put him in eventually, but he's still kind of a little guy, so we're gonna stick with the 10-gallon, just do a little bit deeper substrate for him. We'll just keep it at this for now, and I hope everybody's doing okay. Thank you guys so much for all the support on Miss Maple. Her campaign is still live. You can still order one. I have new Valentine's Day merch. I'll link that down below as well. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram to use probably way too much. It's @tarantula.kat. You can go follow me there. I also have merch, website, plushies, everything. It's linked below. Let's get into the Patreon pet picks.